What's up guys, and welcome back to the Road to Nebula challenge on Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Zombies. If you'd like to see more videos like this, consider hitting that subscribe button as we're aiming for 7,000 subscribers before we get to the Nebula camo. So for today's video we're going for the HE-1 rocket launcher. So we've already done the Sigma, but we need to do the HE-1 also before we can go for the Opal camo for the launchers as well. And I'm not a fan of the HE-1. It's a very scary weapon to use. Has hardly any ammo. I was running out of ammo really early on in the game. As you can see, it's round 4 already. I'm using my fists and I have to start buying ammo and all the rest of it. So it's not the most brilliant thing in the world, and if you haven't got PhD, it's literally a suicide mission because the explosion radius is insane and you will take a lot of damage through using it. So yeah, it's not a fun time. I mean, I've got a little bit of ammo left in this game, but it's not saying much. You only get a few rockets and you've got to really shoot them well into hordes, and it can take a long time. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan, but let's see how I got on in the first match. During the first game, I actually surprised myself quite a lot. I actually got to round 30 and then I saved and quit because I think I was busy doing something else. But it was a big struggle, I'm telling you that right now. I did die multiple times during this attempt. It wasn't a cakewalk, but I'm really impressed that I managed to get to where I got to be quite honest with you, because I didn't think I was getting into the round 20, let alone the 30s with this weapon. But if you've got PhD, it does become clutch. But honest to God, it's not an easy weapon to use, so just bear that in mind. So a few hours later, I came back to the same match, and as you can see, I'm on round 30, and I'm getting a lot of kills, but this is with this thing more or less fully upgraded. I was struggling to get salvage, however, because I had to keep getting other weapons and things and other things in order to survive. It was really difficult, but I did get there, and to be fair, once this thing's fully upgraded, it is pretty good as a whole, but there's one huge problem with this weapon that I really need to talk about, and this thing is horrendous against the abominations. It is so hard to kill them. I'm dreading the challenge where I have to do elite kills on this, especially if I'm faced with abominations and things like that, because honest, I'm not even joking, I have no words, but they are very hard to kill because they don't do all the damage that they should do, and it ends up just doing like regular damage, like as if you're just shooting it without shooting the eyeballs. You can't really get critical kills with the explosive weapons, so it's a huge problem. Manglers it's no problem, but for the abominations it's a huge struggle, especially on the high rounds. I mean, I'm shooting the abomination now, so barely any damage. I should just fired a rocket in his face and it did hardly anything. So that's caused me a lot of problems. So it was a bit of a bizarre one for this weapon. What I found, it was really hard to use at the beginning, and then when you get into the rounds with like just the manglers and stuff, it's not too bad. But when the abominations come in, they take forever to take out, and it causes a lot of problems. Because I had a point in this game, I can't remember when it was, but there was like 2 or 3 of them at once, simply because I couldn't kill them. And yes, I suppose I could have used another weapon, but then I was thinking I need to upgrade this one as well. I mean, I've only upgraded it to tier 3 legendary, it's round 30, and that's because I've been upgrading the shotgun here just as a backup. I mean, I didn't even have it pack a punch to be fair, but I think I did pack a punch it in this game in the end just to give myself that extra backup and security. So yeah, lots of issues, but at the same time I did do well with it. So you know what, I might be making out this weapon's the worst thing in the world. It's just a dangerous weapon to use, I'd describe it. Very annoying, and something I would not use again. I was just being really careful with it, but I guarantee a lot of players will die with this weapon, especially if they don't know what PhD does and how to utilize it properly. However, all fun and games comes to an end, and once again it's to Mangler spam. I've complained about this multiple times, and yeah, I had absolutely no chance. There's about 6 of them on the map at once, and I was just getting spammed with the cannon. And because this rocket launch is very disappointing and quite impractical a lot of the time, it just wasn't happening. I would not recommend using this weapon for high rounds whatsoever, but I did get a lot of eliminations. I got over 1,500 I think it was, and I needed 2,000, so we're most of the way there on the eliminations, and then the rest of the challenges were fairly easy. So it wasn't the worst game in the world. I was actually really impressed overall getting to round 34 altogether, but it was just really annoying once again. There had to be the manglers that sealed my fate. Then, after another long game, getting up to nearly round 30 once again, I got the Mystic Gold camo on the HE-1. Overall, I'd describe this weapon as really powerful. It actually is really powerful, but the problem is it's not very practical. It doesn't have a lot of ammo, and to get it fully upgraded is a bit of a struggle as a result, because you have to hoard up zombies. It's very slow as a result, and yes, I do die straight after that, but I'm not too bothered because I got where I needed to get to. I think I do a bit of a final stand here. I don't think I really care at this point, because the weapon was annoying me a lot. But yeah, you need PhD with this weapon, otherwise you're practically dead because the explosive radius is insane. Yes, I practically killed myself in this because I didn't see the point of continuing at this point. But hey ho, the weapon is good but not very effective in the early rounds, and you need to be able to hoard all the zombies together first. It's a bit slow in that regard, so it's a 50-50, but if you go for high round attempts, I'd probably use this later on in the game. Don't do what I did unless you go for the camo, because it's really not worth it, because it's just wasting your time. There's other shotguns, assault rifles, wonder weapons you can use for that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace out.